All right, so let's go ahead and break down this chart and just thought process. This is BNB, and we were looking at this with the potential price was here, with the potential of it coming up. Why do we think it was going to come up? Well, let's zoom out. Let's zoom out and just look at the bigger picture. So for the bigger picture, we're seeing this trend line. We have this trend line here. Let's go to the daily. So on this trend line, we can see that we have from this start to this, and it gives us this trend line. Then we can use this start to this wick for this trend line, and then this start, which is the wick, to this wick for this trend line. And price at the time was, I believe, somewhere around here, maybe, where I'm thinking, I think it's going to come down just because it's in this range. See how this range, we have a larger range in white. Then we have this other range kind of in blue. So with that being said, and it's way up here and it's getting rejected off of not only our white trend line from our box, but our also white trend line from here. And it looks like it wants to roll over because it had plenty of times to break through it and break above, but it has yet to do that. Plus, I mean, the market's not great. So now if we go and we look at the 4-hour time frame, we can see that, and at this time, let's see here. At this time, I forgot where we're at. It was probably somewhere around here. Prices coming down. And because it's retraced 50% of this leg, I'm thinking, it might come up to either roll over or come up to this trend line. Nobody knows what's going to happen. I have to stress that. Nobody knows. And let's go to the 1-hour time frame. So on the 1-hour time frame, at the moment, price was here, and we can see that it's in this range. It's kind of in this range. Like on the 15-minute, it's a little easier to see. On the 15-minute, we can kind of see that it's in this range. And the thing with the ranges, like they can stay in the range until they're ready to come out. So nobody knows when they're going to come out. Here we happen to see it when it was right here in the range. And what I like to do for anytime I see a range is I like to use this. Now I have two different settings. One of them is this, and this is my plus. One of them is this. If you don't know what I mean, that means you haven't been watching my videos. It's okay. Is this. I have the templates, and it's either liquidity zone or the liquidity zone plus. I'm not sure if y'all can see this. And I have them saved differently. And same starting point, and then same with this, and then it gives me these levels. So this is where everybody's gonna put their stop loss. Like if you're going short, like most people, what they'll do, because they're trading the range, and they'll short here. They'll put their stop loss right here, and guess what? Their stop loss got hit. And then if sometimes people will put their stop loss a little bit higher, which would be right here, guess what? Their stop loss just got hit. So what I like to try to do when I can, depending on how much, how much cushion I can give myself, I'll try to put it higher than this. Then price, as soon as we were looking at it, it started coming down great into our little box. And so this is our range high, range low, mid-range. Came down into our box, bounced beautifully in here, and then skyrocketed. And when I say skyrocket, it's not up, skyrocket. And then, of course, came up here, came up to this point, started coming down. Now, what I'm looking for, and I've mentioned this before, I've done several videos on this. I'm not sure which ones I've posted or not. By the time I'm going to post it, it's already too late, and the move already happened. But the price started coming down. Now, do I want to short here? No, because I really do think it's going to come up here. I mean, I could be completely wrong. Come up here, come down, come up, get rejected, come down, come up, get rejected, come down, break this level. Now we're into the short. So that's another thing I was looking at. But I really want to see this happen. Because this price came down really fast and hard, and didn't come down, up, find support, get rejected, come down, find support, get rejected, come down, making its way down. It just came down really, really hard. When the price was here, I made a video, and if y'all like, I can show it to y'all. But I made a video saying that I'm going to set an alert here to go long, because I do think it's going to come up here. But with that being said, there's no retracement. There's no 50%. So what I did was I set the alert here. By the time I was uploading the video, the alert hit. And so I just entered the trade. I mean, that video wasn't worth anything now because it already happened. So then I entered the long, knowing that eventually I want to go short. Comes up, and sure enough, comes up. I was thinking it was going to come up to about here. 50% of this move, about right here. And then now at our decision point. Instead, it went up even further. I was like, oh man, they're just wrecking these people left and right. The longs and the shorts. Came up here, came down, nice retest here. Came up, broke this level. Now I'm kind of, okay, this is good for my long. I don't want it doing this for my short. So it comes up here. Then I want to see it retrace here. Maybe here. So 50% of this move would be about here. But I also have this level. So, I mean, if it bounced here, that'd be okay too. For it to come down here, maybe bounce in this area at the lowest, but it went even further. It's like, oh crap. And then from here, it just went up. So as it's coming up, now for my short, I'm looking 50% of this move, which would be about right here, for it to roll over and then cross this level, and now home run. Let's go. Let's do this short. However, it went up. I was like, all right, cool. Broke through this level pretty easily. Awesome. Here's my resistance level. Broke through that pretty easily. Okay, here's another resistance level. Broke through that pretty easy. And then, so everybody who is shorting the top of this range is getting wrecked. Then it comes all the way up here. This is what I was referring to in reference to the rollover. When we see the rollover, and this is what I was referring to when we were looking at this for a short, here we could, when it did this number and then start doing this, personally, I would have entered the trade. To me, this is the rollover. And then it didn't happen. It continued going higher. Like, ah, crap. As long as we don't close above this, and especially this, I'm good. Then it comes up even more. Then it starts coming down again. And now it looks like it's going to come down. So I'm going to enter this trade. Now, granted, I'm entering before the candle closes. That's just my risk management. But since the candle closed underneath this and such a huge move, I'm kind of afraid to enter because of this candle. Now, let's say I didn't enter here and I saw this big candle. I would enter some here knowing that I would put up 50% from this candle about right here. I would put a higher entry here and then maybe a higher entry here, just in case it comes up and taps this again. So I enter the trade, comes down looking great, bounces, oh crap, not a problem, I'm not worried. I have my other entry here. My other entry hits, great. Now I have my one last entry up here just in case. And now it looks like it's potentially going to roll over again. So this looks like it's going to do a lower high. That is my complete thought process on BNB. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon.